Hey guys, welcome to day one of the bus build. Here I am, I'm sitting inside Appa. Name of the bus, obviously named after the flying bison from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, I bought this bus from AAA Bus in Phoenix, Arizona. This particular bus came from a school district in Phoenix as well, so little to no rust, which is obviously fantastic. But they also took out most of the seats for me already. Still got a couple here, yeah. Today we're gonna start by getting the seats out and start taking off some of the sheet metal on the walls and ceiling. Hopefully, it's an Arizona bus, so we've got two rooftop air conditioners, which blow very cold air, but I'm still figuring out if I'm going to be keeping those or not, because they take up a lot of space on the roof where I wanted to install solar and a roof deck. So that's planning and calculations for another day. But for now, we're just going to get started and just start tearing stuff out. Alright, well, we are off to a rough start with the impact driver completely shearing this open. So this is now trash. But we've got more tools inside, so I think we'll be able to find something that can get those bolts out. Alright. I found a breaker bar, and it took me a while, but I found a 9/16 that fits onto the breaker bar. And now, what we could not do with the impact driver, we can do quite easily. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. This is a lifesaver. Now that we got those loosened up, now we can go back with the impact and pull those nuts right off. This is so awesome. Oh, this lift is gonna come in real handy.
Up. Alright.
Alright, so now I'm gonna pull this railing out because, as you'll notice, it'd be really easy to hit it and then accidentally bend it. And I want to keep this because it's really convenient to have a railing walking up these steep steps. It just makes it more comfortable. So you just gotta take it out, and then we'll go store it and put it back in at a later date. Alright, so we're gonna go set this in our storage area, but we're going to make sure that we keep the screws in the holes, that way we don't lose them. Alright, we got the seats out, and as you can see, we've got quite a bit of room to work with in here, and I'm also extremely lucky. No, maybe let's try the other side. Lighting might be better. You can see these are Phillips head screws, as are most of the walls and ceiling in the bus. I think I've seen a couple of rivets, but only like a handful. So I'm really lucky here. With the impact driver, I should be able to get out most of these pretty quickly. The problem I'm going to run into is these AC units. I am no HVAC technician, and what I do know is these work really well. These blow cold air. I drove this home the other day, not home, I drove it to where I'm going to be doing this conversion. The other day it was about 95 degrees outside. I had these going and within 10 minutes I had to turn them off because it got too cold in here. So that makes me think I want to keep them. I just gotta, that's gonna cause a redesign for the roof because the evaporators are on the roof and take up quite a bit of space. So hopefully, you know, that's a little bit down the road, but hopefully we can get most of these wall and ceiling panels out without having to move these around yet, because we may have to disconnect these units, drop them down so we can get the roof out, and then put them back in after we insulate. But that is a problem for another day. Let's just take out some screws. Alright, so what I just pulled off were these pieces of metal that went over the hat channels and overlapped the adjacent windows. So these kind of help hold those in. So we're going to hold on to these, but we're going to label them so that we know where each one came from. We may not put them back in. In fact, we probably won't, because metal conducts heat too easily, but we will hang on to them for now, just in case. All right, we are back from lunch, so with a full belly and nap time in my soul, I trudge on. We're going to try and get these metal panels out. Hopefully both sides by the end of the day. Alright, so I ran out of space on my video camera, so I'm recording on my phone again. So I got out all the screws on the walls that I could with the impact driver, and so the rest are seized. So now we are going to hit them with the grinder, and then sledgehammer and crowbar. Knock the heads right off, pull those out of there. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so I got a better way of getting these seized bolts out. So what I did for the first one, that last clip you just saw, I grinded the head clean off. And then while that gets it out, it also leaves the shank in the hole. I didn't like the idea of that. I mean, I would be able to get it out eventually, maybe, depending on, you know, where in the bus it was screwed into. But then I came up with another method that worked way faster. And basically I took the grinder. You can see what I did on this one. I took the grinder and cut a slot in there. So now you're gonna grab the impact drill, put a large flat head bit in there. So we got this. Bam, flat head. Now we go back over here. Comes right out like nothing. So then you just switch back and forth between the grinder and the impact, and I'll have these out in no time. So, as you can see behind me, I took a window out. That was not in today's plan. But I realized, well, one, I could see light through the side of the window and the bus. So I knew that they weren't totally sealed, which meant that they're gonna have to come out at some point anyway. And then I realized, or I thought, I had a theory that this side paneling had its bends and then was bent up underneath here. So while the window was in, this panel can't come out. And if we look closely, we can see it's actually riveted. So I'm gonna have to drill this out. But that's gonna have to wait until sometime next week or the week after, because I need to get this titled as an RV, meaning I've got to meet the 4 technical criteria to classify it as an RV, one of them being that water jug with the pump faucet. But believe me, I'm going bare bones RV on a technicality, getting the title for that, because the title's cheaper and then insurance is cheaper. So I'm going to put this window back in and just start strapping the items that technically classify it as an RV to the sides. And I'm going to have to worry about the panels coming out after I get it titled as an RV. So the rest of the plan for today, I'm going to use the grinder and the impact drill to get out the rest of the bolts that are seized on the other side. And then I'm going to put the window back. And that's going to be it for today. Pretty solid amount of progress, I think. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm back in my apartment, done for today on the bus. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. These videos are going to be coming whenever I can get them uploaded. I'm still working full-time and spending my free time on the bus in addition to the work. I've also got all the planning and stuff that goes into this. So I will try and upload videos regularly, but that is not a promise. So go ahead and subscribe, and I guess I'm supposed to tell you to hit the bell. This is my first YouTube video, so if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, whenever that may be, I guess you're supposed to hit the bell. So do that, don't do that, I don't care. This project's for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy following along. So I'll see you next time.